What's up, guys? It's OpTic Retals, and today I'm back with my first of the season Regional 1 recap for those of you who are new, either OpTic fans that came from COD and are now watching Rocket League, or just new Rocket League fans that haven't seen my stuff from last season. Every tournament, so we have 3 regional split and a major. If I make the major, every tournament at the end I do a recap. I go through our matches, I talk about them, tell you what went wrong, what went right, and yeah. I like doing it. You guys usually like watching it, so I'm here for another one. This should be going live on Tuesday. So yeah, 2 days after the tournament, and in the background I have the game 4 against Complexity that went 10 minutes in overtime. This was it allowed us to stay in the top 8, which was I think is going to be a lot bigger than a lot of people think, just because of the major qualifications and stuff. But before we talk about this series, we start at the beginning. In the beginning, it's Pittsburgh Knights. Pittsburgh Knights is an org that I was on in the past. They now consist of Sosa, Cheese, and Zombie, 3 very talented players. I think they were like the 12 seed or the 11. Well, we were what? That's 6. We were either 6 or 7, so they were either like 10 or 11 seed. It's pretty good. A matchup that we were very confident in. I won't sit here and lie to you. I won't say that we expected a loser for it to even be close. If you had asked me before the series, if I had to put my life on a scoreline, it would have been 3-0. I felt like we felt pretty good going into the tournament. I didn't respect that PK team as much as I should have, and it bit us a little bit. I think they played really well. We didn't play great, and that's what happens sometimes. You lose those game 5s to. Usually, when you play a team like that, that's I'm not gonna say lower in skill, but just not. You guys know what I'm trying to say, right? Right. Most of the time, they sit in net and counterattack, and as long as you just don't give in, you don't overcommit, you don't throw your second man over and over again, you win. And we didn't do that well. Our comms weren't great. Our second man challenges weren't great. Still forced 5, but it was a wake up call. And with a new team, I think you need a lot of wake up calls. I think some of our best results have been straight after a bad loss. Like, we lost right before we did really good in the accrue tournament. We took a rough loss to Shopify and Scrims and kind of talked it out and saw what we needed to do in the future. And I do think when you have a completely new team, no one has teamed with each other other than me and AJ 2 years ago, you do need those losses, because I think the one thing it does is it opens everyone up. It makes everyone be super honest, and those talks are usually very good for a team. So, we lose PK. We're in the dumps a little bit, but it's Swiss. We have 2 more lives. We're fine. So, don't look at that. I forget what happened. I think I got called off there, but it ended up being a goal. So we lose PK. Next round we have Luminosity, who I thought wasn't the easiest pull we could have gotten. I think that Luminosity team's pretty good. I think Lion Blaze is really good, and we take them out in 5. Thankfully, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember that series at all. I just remember getting demoed a ton. That team was chasing, and they played pretty well. So shout out Luminosity. Series number 3. So if you guys don't know how Swiss works, you basically lose or win 3 series before you lose 3, and you go to the next round. You only play teams with the same record as you. So if you're 1-0, you only play another 1-0 team. 0-2, you only play another 0-2 team. Yada yada. So we're 1-1, about to play a 1-1 team, and we draw Furia, which is like, come on. All right, I won't say we got super unlucky, because there are definitely unluckier runs. There are definitely luckier runs too. But again, no excuse. We made it, so it didn't matter. We play Furia in round 3. Even with how good that team is and how high they are rated, I think we have a very good matchup against them. If I had to pick a top team to play against, it would be that one. I just think they haven't really figured out North America yet, and we take advantage of that. So we beat them 3-1. Going into our round 4 match, we draw FaZe Clan. And I want to say the series was closer than it looked, because it was 3-0. We had the lead, I think, in every single game. I think 2 of the games we were leading by 2. We just could not stop getting scored on to save our lives. We've talked about it a little bit. We just they just scored. Whenever they wanted, they just scored. And it wasn't very fun to play against. Definitely going to need to watch those replays soon because it just felt like they could do whatever they wanted. I mean, we scored a ton too. I mean, we probably scored in a 3-game series. We probably scored like 8 goals. And to score 8 goals, I don't know the exact number, but to score that many goals in a 3-game series that you lost 3-0 is like unheard of. We just couldn't defend. So it happens. FaZe Clan is one of the best teams in the world. They won the regional. So, I mean, you can't be too upset about it. I know AJ wants to beat him pretty bad, just like I want to beat SSG pretty bad, but I have to wait a little bit on those. So, we lose to FaZe. We now put ourselves on our last life. On the 2-2 match, there are 6 teams that make the 2-2 match. Only 3 make it to top 8. If I remember correctly, I think the matchups were us Complexity, NRG Furia, and who did V1 play? V1 someone. PK maybe? I think it was V1 PK. Us, V1, and Furia ended up making it out. Rest in peace to NRG and Complexity. But I won't say we didn't deserve to make it out. But I mean, this series, come on. Like, I won't say we didn't deserve to make it. But there was stuff like that this entire overtime. And if we had lost this overtime, we would have been knocked out. We are lucky enough to count, or we are counting our lucky stars for making it to top 8. Making it to top 8 puts us in a decent spot for the major. I mean, we're tied 5th through 8th, so, I mean, it's not going to guarantee us the major or anything if we get another 2 placings like this, but we're safe. For right now, we're safe. We're in a better spot than Complexity. We're in a better spot than NRG. So, this series was not great by us, I won't lie. I think with how bad our comms were in this 10-minute overtime, just like panicking and stuff, I think we held it down decently well. They definitely should have scored a few times, but in a 10-minute overtime when you're getting pressured the entire time, they're supposed to score. So, I'm proud of the boys. I'm super proud of Magic for keeping his composure because I knew AJ would. AJ's been, me and him have both been at the top for, 3-4 years now. I knew he'd be fine. I'm super impressed by Magic for, keeping us cool and scoring both overtime goals. So, shout out Chris Acevedo. We beat this Complexity team in Game 5 overtime. Raze and someone bumped each other. I think it was CR and Raze, or 2 of the players. I don't remember. Unlucky. Magic gets a free net. We advance to top 8. In our top 8 match, we play... Right now, I think the 2 teams we're struggling with the absolute most are FaZe and SSG. Good matchup against G2. Good matchup against Furia. Decent matchup against Complexity. I'm confident against V1. We haven't played them in tournament yet. SSG and FaZe we need to get away from because they're giving us a lot of trouble right now. I think we'll be able to figure it out. I know we'll be able to figure it out, but it's going to take time. And I just need them to get away from me for a little bit. But what can you do? When you qualify at 3-2 and you're like the second to last seed, you're not supposed to have an easy matchup. So playing SSG, we lose the series 4-1. I'm sure if you guys have watched it, you saw what happened in 0 seconds of Game 1 where we conceded and then lost in overtime. We keep everything in the series the same and we just don't concede at 0 seconds. You call it 2-3. I'm not saying you're supposed to do that. They outplayed us, but there was a lot we could take from that series. Congratulations to SSG. Top 4 is dope. But I think we learned a lot from that series. I think, again, a loss like that sparks a lot of improvement. I think it did spark a huge team talk after it, and I think we're going to be better because of it. So, AJ right now, today's Tuesday, so he got his wisdom tooth out yesterday, the time you're watching this. Not able to scrim all week. We just pray to God that next week we're going to grind our butts off, and we're going to try and place top 4. Top 4 finish would put us in a great spot for the major. A 5th, 8th finish would put us in a decent spot for the major. Just we have to have one regional where we go off or make top 4. I don't really think it's going off, but we have to have a good regional. This one was decent. It was good enough, but it was good enough for us to be safe, but it wasn't good enough for us to, I want us to secure like a top if possible, a top seed for the major, because every major I've qualified with SSG were 4th and 5th seed, and it is not fun. I hate when it goes down to that last moment. So we pray for Regional 2 to go better. OpTic fans, I think us playing, I won't say at our worst, but not great. Specifically, me and Magic both didn't have great tournaments. AJ had a really good tournament. For us playing that bad and having matchups that we hate, Complexity, FaZe, NRG, or not NRG, Complexity, FaZe, SSG are our 3 least favorite teams to play. The fact that we played all 3 of them and still, you know, made it out in the top 8, I would be hopeful, because this was a bad weekend from us. We know what to work on. Not going to give you specifics, but all 4 of us, including Greg, are super, super confident on what we need to improve. And once AJ recovers, we're going to get on that. So, OpTic fans, be hopeful, because I'm hopeful, honestly. So, if you enjoy the recap videos, make sure to watch the comms video that was posted yesterday of this tournament, or of this series. There will be another recap video after Regional 2, which is in a week and a half, give or take. So, see you guys in a week and a half for recap number 2. Enjoy the rest of your day.